Everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm Robbie Crager, the Flip Flop Flipper. We are value-add real estate investors, and on today's video, we're going to talk about Rainmakers. Rainmakers are some of my favorite people in the world. Who are they? Why do you want to partner with them? Are you a Rainmaker? Maybe you are and you don't even know it. Let's get into it, guys. What's a Rainmaker and why are they so great for any organization, whether you're an employee working for the man and you're a Rainmaker, or you're in business for yourself? Perhaps you're the Rainmaker. Perhaps you have a partner who's a Rainmaker. All right, so real quick, our definition of a Rainmaker, it's typically someone who's going to drive business, who's going to cause people to be profitable. So Rainmakers look like really good salespeople, business development people, people that are able to get deals done, right? There is an innate ability in these people, this certain sector of people. They're just able to push people and they're able to push themselves to get things done, to be profitable, to make money for their boss or their business partners or for themselves if they're in business for themselves. Guys, I believe that I'm a Rainmaker, and I didn't even know what it meant the first time I was told I was a Rainmaker. I'd been in business for a little while, and my business partner, who was a little bit older than me, one day as we were talking, we were talking about, why does this business work? Why are we making money this way? Why does this happen? Those were my questions, right? I'm 20-something years old. I'm just starting out in business. And Pete, he told me, he says, Robbie, you're a Rainmaker. People are attracted to you. People want to do business with you. Why? Because you make people money, right? So if you partner with me, Robbie Crager, the Flip Flop Flipper, you probably aren't doing it because I dot every I and cross every T, and because I'm super organized and because I have good work ethic. Now, I try to be organized, to try to get all the I's dotted and all the T's crossed. But what I'm really good at is putting deals together and making people money. And so we've got a proven track record of that. And those are the types of people that when I say on this channel, we partner with people to expand our business, we are absolutely looking for other Rainmakers. We're looking for people who can come alongside of us and who are like-minded, who have a skill set. Maybe their skill set's different than our skill set. They're able to be the driving force in getting things done and causing money to be made, right? Like that is what Rainmakers are. That's why you guys out there want to partner with them. You want to be them if you can be them. And there are certain traits that they have that can be learned, and there are certain traits that they have that maybe can't be learned. But I believe that most things can be learned. Most things can be practiced. And if you do things long enough, hard enough, you can become whatever it is that you put your mind to. Before we get into the traits of a Rainmaker, let me talk about who some Rainmakers are. I won't use myself as an example in this case, but here are some people that you would know that maybe it'll sort of start to pop for you. So like Elon Musk is the Rainmaker of all Rainmakers right now in this world. Jeff Bezos is another one. Oprah Winfrey is a great example of a Rainmaker. Warren Buffett, we all know Warren Buffett, like he's the best investor ever, right? But he's a Rainmaker. He gets things done. He puts deals together. He puts people and himself in a position to win. He creates win-win situations for people that are around him that are in business. And he's got a track record of doing this again and again and again. And so that's kind of gives you some examples, some real life examples of who Rainmakers are. So with this set of examples that I've used, you can kind of sort of start to glean what it looks like, but they're able to drive business. They're able to innovate and lead. They have an ability to drive revenue, innovate and lead effectively, and it sets them apart. They're influential, right? So their influence over the people that are around them, there's a magnetism about them. People are drawn to them. People want to be in business with them. People want to invest with them. That's what a Rainmaker is. That's what we're trying to get at, right? Are you a Rainmaker? Let's go see. Here are some traits of Rainmakers. Couple of strategies on how you can become a Rainmaker, and we're going to go through them. Number one, Rainmakers will typically have good relationship skills, right? So they'll be excellent communicators and salespeople. They're able to build relationships with other people. They're able to nurture people. They're able to maybe lead people. And one key that I'd like to say about this is not only are they able to build relationships and lead and drive the dollars, but they're able to also very quickly figure out what the value proposition is and how they can bring value to whatever group they're in. So part of being a Rainmaker is they're not just thinking about it for themselves, right? Like they are making it rain for everybody. And they are uniquely able to quickly determine what needs to happen and how they can make that happen and drive that business or that partnership towards success. It's a great skill set to have, guys. If you're a Rainmaker, say it in the comments. Let me know. We want to partner with you guys. We want to find Rainmakers to do deals with. And if you guys aren't Rainmakers, you want to learn how to become Rainmakers, and anything can be learned in this world. You've got this great thing called the internet. You can watch this video and others, and you can find ways to improve these skills that we're going to talk about. Number 2, though, they're going to be the master of their industry. So whatever that is, they're going to have authority over it, right? They're going to quickly come in and learn their industry, and they're going to be the people that you go to and ask the questions of. So think about it like this. If you work for a company, there's somebody who does the job that you're doing that everybody asks the question of. Usually it's the person that's the most productive. It's the person who can answer the questions quickly, the person that is willing to invest in others and helps to bring them up. So just think about that. If you're working for any company in the USA, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter the industry. It doesn't matter the company. When you think about the pool of talent, there's somebody, or maybe multiple somebodies, that anybody who's coming into that business will ask questions of. And this person is going to know their industry really, really well. They're going to be willing to share with others. They're not afraid of creating competition. They want to see other people succeed. And they know, because they have this self-awareness, that they're going to be successful. So they're not hoarding their success. They're not hiding from people and trying to keep people down. I think Rainmakers almost unilaterally are going to have a mindset of abundance. And so you're able to ask them questions. They're going to invest in you. They're going to give you the answers. They're going to be easy to talk to. They're going to know their industry really, really well. And you can learn this, guys. You can have this mindset. You can take your negative thoughts and turn them around and start asking the question of, how can I do this? As opposed to, I can't do something, or having that negative mindset. Rainmakers generally have a mindset of abundance, and it's an important part of being a Rainmaker. The number 3 trait that Rainmakers will have, I don't know if it's as universal, but oftentimes they're going to be good salespeople. So I think I'm relatively good at sales, but I don't consider myself a salesperson. I'm not nearly as skilled as other people who are professional salespeople. I was recently at a Jerry Norton event, and the guy was being interviewed by Jerry, was talking about novations and novation agreements. And my goodness, he was a polished salesman, and he was able to talk about his industry in a way that I wanted to do novation deals with him. I was like, man, I'm sitting in the audience listening to this guy talk. He was a seasoned salesman. And I think he was going to do great things for the people that were in business with him. So oftentimes, honing your sales ability, being able to have conversations with people and figure out where their needs lie. So sales gets this bad reputation as like this used car salesman thing, and that's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is seasoned, polished salespeople that have a business or a product and that are dealing with clients and trying to figure out why and how their product is going to service and meet a need for the person that they're selling their product to. A good salesperson will ask questions, and a good salesperson will figure out if there's a fit. A good salesperson will not try to sell somebody something they don't need. They'll try and figure out if there's a need, and if there's a need, they're going to want to present their product. But if there's not a need, then you don't need to do it. In real estate investing, here's a true life example, and one way that I would say that maybe I am a salesman. Most of the houses or most of the real estate deals that are out there, people shouldn't be selling to me. So I often, over the last 25, 26 years, I will be sitting down to dinner with a friend and they'll say, hey, I want to sell my house, Robbie, and you're in real estate. Why don't you buy my house? For years and years, I've used this statement. Guys, you do not want to sell me your house. If you don't have the distress, if you're not in trouble, I'm not meeting any need for you because I need to buy it low enough that I'm going to make money. So I'm able to recognize that they can do better by going to a realtor and selling it on the open market to a retail person rather than coming to a real estate investor. The last thing I'll say about honing your sales and negotiation skills, Rainmakers have a unique ability to, yes, be good salespeople and negotiate with the best of them, but they're also, their unique ability, their value proposition is that they create win-win situations. It's built into them. At the end of the day, whoever the Rainmaker is selling to feels good about buying. And there's value that they're getting from it, right? So it's not a used car salesman mentality. It's truly thinking about and asking questions and coming to a resolution that benefits both sides. This is something that Rainmakers have in spades. Number 4, I love this one. So Rainmakers tend to be goal-oriented, right? And they set big audacious goals, and then they work tirelessly to go after them. And they're great people to be around because they're inspirational, they're driven. So if you're not a goal setter, goal setting is vital. If you're going to become a real estate investor, if you're going to start your own business, guys, you want to set goals. You want to set goals that are big, you want to set goals that are intermediate, and you want to set some things that you know you can accomplish, right? You want to have those wins so that you feel good about yourself, but you also want to have something that you're striving for. If you're striving for something that's down here, and once you meet it, it can be a big letdown because now you've met that, what you thought was a big goal, you didn't set the goal high enough. So you want to set these goals that it takes something out of you to attain it, right? So just keep that in mind. Think about your goals. And I say this to my children going back now, do anything you want to do, start any business that you want to do. Think about the amount of time, effort, and money that you're going to put into it. What do you want to get out of it? And I ask my children this when they're talking about the business that they want to be in. And then we talk about what do they want to earn? What kind of lifestyle do they want to live? And then I've encouraged them to do something that no one encouraged me to do when I was starting out. And that's to set goals higher than they ever think, right? So I sort of artificially capped myself at middle class because that was what my father did. That was what my wife's father was. And had I had this advice when I was younger, I could have 10x'd. I could have said, instead of trying to be here, let's try to be here. And I truly believe that we would have been here much quicker than it took to get here. I hope you guys are picking this up, guys. I'm encouraging you to set big goals. Number 5, the number 5 characteristic and trait of a rainmaker, they're proactive, they're persistent. A rainmaker is constantly on the lookout for an opportunity. What I've seen with rainmakers that have worked for me and been partners of mine throughout the years is that they have a tenacity about them. So they're looking for opportunities, and then they stick to it, and they have a drive that's in them that compels them to stay at it and be tenacious until they move the ball forward, until they accomplish the goal. So they're really nice people to be in business with because they're going to drive everybody towards the goal, whatever that is. I love this about being proactive, being tenacious, being persistent. That's a key trait to being a rainmaker. And guys, anyone can do this, right? Like, you can decide that you're going to do something and that you're not going to stop and that you're not going to give up. This is half the battle for most of us, right? A lot of people, even myself in different aspects of life, we'll set a goal. We'll set something that we start to do, and then it gets a little bit hard, and then we get discouraged and we get distracted and we stop. Rainmakers don't stop. They set that goal. They're tenacious about it. They're persistent, and they accomplish the goal. And they do this consistently again and again and again, and they lift people up alongside them. All ships rise in a rising tide, and if you can grab on the coattails of a good rainmaker, you get to rise quickly. Number 6, they're results focused, and they will stay with it. It kind of feeds on number 5, right? They have an idea, a goal in mind, and they are driven to attain those results that they've set out ahead of time, and they won't stop until they get it done. So rainmakers are results oriented. They focus on delivering value to clients, prioritizing and delivering results, and exceeding customer expectations to build a strong reputation and attract more business. And so I say a lot of times on this channel that we've got a series of successes. And that is something that's super attractive to people. People want to be in business with us because they can come and they can say, hey, Robert, what have you done? And I can say, well, here's what we've done. This, and this. We were successful with this. We've got a long-term rental portfolio. We've done this amount of flips over the last few years. We've got these hotel projects running on the island. We've done this. We've gotten this Act 60 tax credit done. We have a list of successes that are behind us that we can show to people. We are results-oriented. When we take on a task, I burn the bridges. I move forward. There's no way but through. And that's what rainmakers do, guys. If anybody, again, can do this. This is decisions that people make. This isn't like you have to be born with a silver spoon in your mouth. You don't have to have this college degree. You just have to make decisions, make choices, start moving the ball forward, and don't stop, don't give up until you complete whatever it is that you were trying to complete. And if you fail somewhere along the way, you use the failure as a way to learn how not to do it so that you can get up and keep going. You don't give up on the goal. You keep moving until you finish it. I hope that this resonates with some of you guys, and I hope that you'll put in the contents. Hey guys, I want to partner with rainmakers. We say all the time on this channel, we partner with people. That's how we expand our business. That's why we do the YouTube channel. And the truth is, we want to partner with people who, yes, are like-minded, who, yes, have other skill sets, But we want to partner with Rainmakers. We want to partner with you. We want to partner with people who are going to help drive the ship, who are going to help make money for us. We want to eventually not have to be the ones who are driving the ship, right? So that's why we invest in younger people than us. That's why when we were starting out, people invested in us because they saw something. We see the same thing in some of you as well. So guys, I hope you're picking up what I'm putting down. Leave me a comment. Tell me, what do you think about this Rainmaker stuff? It's sort of an odd conversation that we're having here. We're real estate investors and we don't want to get too far off of that on this channel. All of our content is usually driven by real estate investing, deals we're doing, businesses that we're involved with. But this is a core part of who we are, who we want to be in business with. And so I bring it to you. I'm fascinated by it, right? Like, so I love to talk about and to learn about and see how Rainmakers are made, what they're built of. And so hopefully you've started to get a picture throughout this video. Now we're at number 7, and this is pretty key, right? Networking. Rainmakers, they build massive networks. They network effectively, and they use this network to fill in pieces of the puzzle that they don't have. So you're a Rainmaker out there. You want to become a real estate investor. You don't have the money, but you've seen my YouTube channel. You can send me an email with your deal of a lifetime. We're networking. We can do deals together. I can fill in pieces that you don't have. We've got some experience. If you want to buy real estate in Florida or you want to buy real estate on the island of Puerto Rico, well, we've got resources, right? So you can start to put the pieces together through networking. And this is networking, watching these videos, reaching out in the comments, sending an email, coming to a RIA event, joining a mastermind. There's all different kinds of ways to do it. Rainmakers network really, really well, and they fill in the pieces so that they can accomplish their goals. Is it that simple? I think so. Number 8, Rainmakers are continuously learning. So I love that you've gotten this far into this video. Obviously, you want to learn about this stuff, right? But if you're here to this point, you must be wanting to learn about real estate investing. You must be wanting to learn about becoming entrepreneurial, or you are entrepreneurial and you're just trying to continuously learn. This is what Rainmakers do. There's a constant drive, a thirst for knowledge, and you want to figure out how you can do things better. You want to figure out how you can do things faster. You want to figure out how you can be more profitable. Stay curious, guys. One thing I will say about being a real estate investor, I have never had a time in my life that I would look back and say those are the good old days. The good old days, they never come. My best days are forward. My best is still yet to come. I truly believe that I've had a great life. I had a good time in high school. I had a good time in college. I've had a series of successes in business, and it's all really, really good. But what really excites me the most is what's going to happen next, not what happened 10 years ago. And I feel sad for my friends that I meet. They say, hey, Robert, you remember the good old days back in high school? And, high school was fun. Those are not the good old days. And if you're thinking like that, you're probably not a Rainmaker. You're probably not even an entrepreneur. Guys, we're doing something different on this channel. We think differently. When I started the YouTube channel, part of the premise was we said we think differently than most. And I truly believe that. We think like the top 1%. We're at least trying to. We're trying to learn stuff. We're continuously trying to grow. I consume information. I read books. I'm starting new businesses and new partnerships. And that's what gets me excited and is really, really fun. That's why we do this YouTube channel. That's why we do everything, right? Because I don't want to wake up one morning and go, man, 10 years ago, those were the good old days. That's bullshit. I want to wake up and go, hey, this project that I'm working on right now, this is the most exciting thing that I've ever done in my life. And I can't wait to get to it. That's the way life has gone for me. We've had ups, we've had downs, we've done all the all-arounds. I'm telling you guys, this is a great life. Becoming an entrepreneur, becoming a real estate investor, never stop learning, guys. I hope that this has resonated with you. I've given you 8 characteristics of Rainmakers, and I want you guys to become a Rainmaker. We encourage people to become entrepreneurs, to think differently, to get outside of these broken systems. We've got all kinds of content on it. Check out some of our playlists. By developing these skills and strategies, you can become a Rainmaker even if you're not one today. A lot of it is mindset. A lot of it is making that decision that you're going to do something. It's a good life, guys. All right. That's our video. Thanks for watching. Leave me a comment, smash the subscribe button. You can send me an email at theflipflopflipperpr@gmail.com. What do you got? I'll see you on the next one.